Some months back, people said, well, why should we impeach Bush? We'll only get Cheney. Well, I did some research, and I'm satisfied to a moral certainty that there is nothing in the Constitution that prevents us from impeaching and removing from office in the same proceedings George Bush and Dick Cheney. And they question our ability to win 2/3 in the Senate. I say this. It didn't take 2/3 in the Senate to get rid of Richard Nixon. It was the vote in the House Judiciary Committee and the threatened impeachment of Richard F. Nixon that drove him from office. And I believe we can achieve that result, and I believe this, that ye of little faith outside this room and outside the rooms across this country who are meeting tonight and have met in the past and will meet in the future, you don't know what the American people can achieve. Because this movement is growing every day, Republicans are losing faith. Polls are showing that 46% of the American people, as of today, support the convening of hearings for the impeachment of George Bush, and a majority of the American people believe that the colleague and puppeteer Richard Cheney should be impeached. We must begin to call things what they are. The war in Iraq was not a mistake. It is a war crime and a crime against humanity. President Bush and Dick Cheney lied us into that war for which our young people are dying, and Iraqis are dying by the hundreds of thousands and being displaced by the millions. This president has lied to us as he conducts warrantless wiretapping across this nation. This president has violated the Geneva Conventions, and he and his cadre have committed torture and abuse across this world. There is no doubt that these constitute abuses of power and a violation of his oath of office to see to it that the laws are faithfully executed. There is no serious question that high crimes and misdemeanors have been committed. It's true that this won't be easy, because even the opposition party has yet to grow a spine and speak up. The people are way out front of the Democratic Party. John Conyers and his minority council and staff last year, before November, wrote their report, which cataloged the high crimes and misdemeanors of this president. But in the election spirit, Nancy Pelosi took impeachment off the table. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join me in telling Nancy Pelosi that impeachment is back in the center of the table. And you must do your part. You must call Nancy Pelosi's office. You must tell her to take the muzzle off of John Conyers and let him do his job. This is a people's movement. By rising up, we will make this happen. We stand today knowing that vast majorities in this country, 70%, have finally come to know about Iraq what each one of us knew about Iraq from the beginning. and we tried to tell them, and we marched, and we spoke out, and we wrote letters, and we called on our friends and our families and others who didn't see what was coming, and we were right. And ladies and gentlemen, we are right again when it comes to impeachment. So let me close. This was not an evening for you to hear some interesting speakers. This was not an evening for you to come together for an enjoyable evening. This is an evening where you must, in your hearts and your minds, make a promise to yourselves, a promise to your family and your friends, a promise to the people of this country, and a promise to the people of this world, that you will devote time and money and energy to this movement, that you will wake up every day asking yourself, what will I do today to impeach Bush and Cheney? And you will lay your heads on your pillow at night and look back on your day and ask yourselves if you kept your promise. And then the next day you will redouble your efforts, because it will happen. It will happen because you make it happen. And we will continue to meet, and we will continue to make phone calls and write letters and distribute flyers and lawn signs and posters. And we will do the hard work of organizing. And I tell you this, there will come a day when we will reconvene here or in a larger place, and we will hug each other, and we will shake each other's hands, because we have been part of a historic movement to restore the Constitution, to uphold civil liberties, to uphold human rights, because on that day we will look back and we will have achieved the goal of impeaching George Bush and Dick Cheney. Thank you very much.